Hello everyone, you're welcome to Afemegnos Tutors. Today we are going to be answering a question from one of the comments, or one of the comments from many of the comments we received and the answers. Somebody asked, his name, if I'm right, Abdulhamid Conte. He asked that if there are two patients that are brought to the facility, one of the patients or one of the individuals with shortness of breath and the other with severe hemorrhage or serious hemorrhage, who are we to attend to first? Now, this question can be tricky. I know a lot of you want to use the ABC system, airway, breathing, and circulation, to determine that, yes, according to the airway, breathing, and circulation, we are going to go for the person that is having shortness of breath. You are not wrong entirely when you say that you are going for the person who is having shortness of breath. Because, yes, a person who is not breathing, who is finding it difficult to breathe, could die. It's because, it could lead to hypoxia and some cells will begin to lack. And if we're not careful, it could lead to an extent, brain damage from their deaths. But you see, when it comes to modern trauma protocols, there is an adjustment. So I would like you to pay attention. Although breathing comes before circulation in the assessment sequence, massive external hemorrhage is now prioritized even before ABC in modern trauma protocols, such as MARCH or XABCDE, because a patient can bleed to death within minutes. Now, here's the reasoning. The first patient, which is having shortness of breath, could range from mild anxiety, maybe a panic attack, or to complete respiratory failure. The person is no longer breathing at all. And if this person is still talking and maintaining oxygenation, this person may not require, they might still have some time left to live longer, you understand? But the second patient, uncontrolled bleeding can rapidly lead to hypovolemic shock, cardiac arrest, and death. Serious, right? That is, in that case, immediate bleeding control, such as applying direct pressure, tourniquet if appropriate, hemostatic dressing, can be life-saving in this situation. So, in that case, we need to consider if the patient with shortness of breath has a complete airway obstruction, is not breathing, or is in severe respiratory arrest, then that patient will become our priority. Because without oxygen, the brain could get irreversibly damaged, and that can occur within minutes. But you see, for that patient who is bleeding, here's the thing. If the hemorrhage is truly serious and uncontrolled, and the other patient has shortness of breath but is still ventilating, remember, it's shortness of breath, attend to the hemorrhage first while ensuring help is called for both patients. And that is why in modern emergency, XABCDE, which means exsanguinating hemorrhage, will come first, airway second, breathing third, circulation third, D for disability fifth, E exposure stroke environment. So in this situation, if two patients are brought to you, all right, based on modern protocol for these emergency situations, if two individuals are brought to you, one with shortness of breath and one with serious hemorrhage, it is important that you pay attention to that person who is bleeding seriously. Arrest that bleeding, then you can attend to the person with the shortness of breath. If you enjoyed this, save this and see you on the next one. Don't forget to follow us and book classes with us. We are Afemegnos Tutors. See you on the next one.